Oh yeah, check this baby out. First wave gray royal exotic. Very sweet looking ship. As you can see, I already got one over there. So this time around, we're going to add one to our... Oh, we can't because this is a pirate system. Ah! But anyway, first wave ship. I'm going to show you how to get this, where to get it, and a couple more badass ships in this little system. So stick around. We'll be right back. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of No Man's Sky. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault here today, and have I got an episode for you. Not only did I locate a really cool looking first wave, in fact, it's been the first ship on 2 waves, so yeah, it's that easy to get. A royal exotic ship, but I've got a couple solars and a really sweet looking hauler as well. So we're going to look at these ships, look under the hood of each of them, and then I'm going to show you where they're at so you guys can come get them yourself. Without further ado, woohoo, let's get to it. Alright, so here's the first of 4 ships we're going to highlight today. This is a cool looking solar ship. Doesn't have the great panels on it, it's got the square panels, but the design of the ship itself is pretty fantastic. Look at the little barbed front end there. Really nice. I like the 2 fins up here on the right above the cockpit area. And then of course it's got the short wings on the side. Very nice looking. It's kind of a reddish orange color. Kind of tough to tell when you're on the planet surface, but when you get off the planet surface you can really take a look at it. So if you like this ship, you're going to be able to get it in this system as well as a couple other really cool ones. Let's go take a look underneath the hood. Alright, so the name of the ship is the Parallax Rosage 7, not to be confused with the Parallax Rosage 6. Damage potential is 311.3, shield strength of 218.2, hyperdrive range 140.3, and a very respectable maneuverability of 508.6. That's always a strong point with these ships. Again, here's a look at it. Clear look, you can see it's kind of an orange, kind of a coral color, I guess. I don't know, I'm not real good with those kind of special color names. But underneath the hood, we've got some 2 decent, or actually very good supercharged slots right next to each other that you're able to surround with some great stuff. These other 2, not so great. One up in the corner with another one right next to it. This one is going to be severely underutilized, and this one's only going to be slightly underutilized. In fact, this would be a little bit better if these were one apart. I guess, it depends on what you want to do with the ship itself, but, for the most part, it's a nice looking ship. Decent's got a lot of potential to it. And I'm digging it, but let's go find out what else we've got in store today. Alright, well here's the second solar ship I found, and in my opinion, the superior of the 2. Definitely a great looking ship with the curved purple solar sails on it. Also has a nice fin on each side of the little pods that stick out. The fin again above the cockpit, much like the other one. The color is a little more on the plain side with like a 2-tone gray, almost a military green. Very utilitarian in its design, but definitely a sharp looking ship. If this suits your fancy, man, come and get one, because it is a good looking ship, definitely. Let's take a look underneath the hood and see what she's got. Alright, so this is the GR7 Nojos. It's and here we go, take a look at it here with the dual gray. Yeah, it's definitely gray. That greenish tint is gone when you look at it like this. That must be an atmospheric thing, something from the system that we're in, but it's got a nice damage potential of 290.1, shield strength of 239.2, a hyperdrive range of 149.5, and of course maneuverability is in the 500s at 507.3. Like the other one, we've got 2 supercharged slots right next to each other that you can completely surround, so that's decent. And like the other one, we've got 2 supercharged slots against a wall, basically. The other one had them up here, this one has them here. This is slightly better because at least you can put 3 modules or other things around each one. So you get a little bit more play than you do this one. This one you can only put one next to it, and this one on the other ship you had your 3. So you kind of gain 2 slots in this one. Again, not optimal placement by any means, but definitely better than the first one. And and she is a good looking ship, man, I'll tell you that. Love those sails. And once again in purple. I think the last solar ship we found also had purple sails, so pretty cool. All right, let's move on to the next ship. All right, so now we've got a hauler to take a look at, and this one is gorgeous. I call this like a bird of prey design due to the way the wings are set up. Now, this one, it has the wings that are straight, front to back, as opposed to the ones that lean forward, which are my preference. But it does have these nice fans on top of it, which I really like. They kind of remind me of the hovercraft from like the Marvel Avengers movies, the one that SHIELD uses. So I really, really like this design a lot. The color's nice too. It's a reddish orange ship. You see the nice cockpit area here, and then you got the little pathway back into the storage unit area. We come back here, we got the twin thrusters on the back, as well as looks like twin thrusters under each wing too. Yeah, it gives it really good balance and in flight. Communications array on the back, and it's got the back fins, which really accent it nicely. Good looking ship, man. I like it. What do you see what's under the hood? So this is Uriho's Blazing Explorer. Damage potential of 169.3, nice powerful shields at 405.2, a hyperdrive range of 149, and measly maneuverability at 271. These ships are not built for combat whatsoever. They are built for travel. As you can see, the nice orange color here as we look at the ship. Now, placement of supercharged slots. Again, we've got this I hate this, man. I wish these wouldn't go up in the corners, but you got one in the corner. It's all by itself, so it can be surrounded by 3, but if you do that, then you lose a position on each of these, which are close to each other. So they're, maybe this can be utilized in such a way that you put something here, some piece of tech here, and then surround it with mods and so forth to make it worthwhile. That's probably the best thing you can do with this one. Then you got the other piece of, or the other supercharged slots all the way over here against the far wall. So again, you cannot maximize its usefulness, unfortunately, but not a bad setup, definitely not a bad setup. Gorgeous ship, though. If you're looking for a sweet hauler that's got an intimidating look, this is it. Come and get it.
Warning. Threat detected.
All right, and last but not least, we've got our rare Royal Exotic in a very basic gray color. And it's overall, it's a very basic ship, but very clean lines on it. Single thruster. It's got the small little point sticking out the back there. You can see the side-mounted guns there on the wings. The wings are in the flight position. We also have to take a look at this in a landed position because it's a completely different looking ship when it is on the ground or docked at on a space station or something like that. So we'll take a look at that, and then we'll take a look underneath the hood. But really good looking ship. The accents here aren't gold like they are sometimes. You'll see they are silver, so it kind of blends in real nice with the gray aesthetic of this ship. It matches up real nice with that purple solar ship, that the gray solar ship with the purple solar panels that we got a little earlier in the video. All right, let's go get it landed and take a look underneath the hood. We'll go ahead and capture the entire landing sequence because it's kind of cool. Yeah, as you can see, it's a completely different animal when it's landed with those wings up in a V like that. Some of these ships you get, they have the single wing up in the middle. It comes right up the top and doesn't move during flight. Sometimes you have that as well as these. There's so many variations on this that each one has its own unique style to it. But this one's pretty gorgeous. I really dig it. Can't wait to do a live stream where we can give this thing away. That'll be soon, because I'm going to be giving away every single exotic I found. All right, let's take a look under the hood. So these exotics, they tend to be good all-around ships with high maneuverability. As you can see, this one's got a 294.3 on the damage potential, shield strength at 281.5, the hyperdrive is 191.5, and maneuverability at 520.6. So not a bad ship overall. And the placement of the supercharged slots, again, is mediocre. You know, you got one on the side here, but of course you can completely, here, let's open it up. You can completely surround it with other items, so not that bad. This one here would be great for like an infra knife or something, where you can put 3 modules here and really beef it up a little bit with some other stuff. You know, who knows, the warp unit could go here. It really depends on what you want to do with this ship. These things can overall compete with every other ship out there. They can be fighters, they can be interstellar travelers, they can haul stuff. They only have, I think, is it 10 or 15 less slots than a hauler. So, you know, overall they're pretty solid ships. Now all we got to do is get you the address of the planet where we found all these things, because that is why you are here. So let's get to it. Alright, so like I always do, I build a base at a trade station down here. For your convenience, you can come on down and search for it here. I ended up finding this thing first wave on the actual space station. In fact, it was the first ship to land 2 times in a row. So I just came here real quick to see if it does the same here. I was here for a while getting the other ships, and I never saw the Royal land here. Of course, I could have missed it, you know, but chances of that are fairly slim. I don't see it flying around. I see some fighters, and there are a couple other interesting little fighters in here. Nothing spectacular. It is a temperate planet. I said, you know what, I'm going to get a planet that's not so crappy this time, but it's really an ugly planet. As you can see, it's got this red tinge to it and not very pleasant to look at. And of course, no Royal landed on this first batch here. We've got 3 solars, I think, right? Yeah, 3 solars, and then a fighter, and then this little shoebox. All right, well, let's go ahead and get you that address as promised and get you on your merry way so you can come on down here and hunt this ship. I have uploaded the base, and I'm going to name it Gray Royal Exotic to make it easy to find. I'll see you when we find the coordinates. All right, everyone, there it is. Write it down, take a screenshot, put it in your photogenic memory, whatever it takes. There is the address to the very planet we're on. And yes, there is a base on this same exact planet. Now, it is a temperate planet, but it is probably one of the ugliest temperate planets I've ever seen. As you can see, this is what it looks like after a scalding hot rainstorm, which it does have these on a fairly frequent basis. So, you know, pack accordingly, be ready to have something to cool yourself off a little bit. Thanks for joining me. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault. If you found this helpful at all, saw any ships that you like and might consider getting, please leave a like on the video. I'll be doing these regularly, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell for notifications. You'll see every single time I do a brand new No Man's Sky video, as well as all the other content I'll be putting out in 2023. I will see you next time. Until then, peace.